Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Esoteric Ebb. Get out of here, Mage Hand. I don't need you right now. And it's kind of creepy just having a disembodied hand following me around. Last time we left off, we finally investigated the tea shop, and there's a corpse here now. And if we look at our quests, so I do need to go turn in with Sage Leaf. You do not have permission, you need authorization, you know his mansion is up on the hill, you refuse to swear an oath, yeah, so that one's all done. Okay, we can go down there with a tear, Dragon of Tolstad, Essence of Inflorescence, the Star Witness, yep, the elf died from the fire, yeah, we need to find the hag, I already decided what I was doing there, okay. Okay. So we're making some progress in places. Almost have all the quests unlocked even. There's just a few more up here dealing with like the main thread, I suppose, but then these are like side threads. Like 3 main paths you can go down here. Okay. I do still need to go get my book at some point, but let's go see Sage Leaf. And we can get there pretty easily by just walking straight down here. So, do wonder what would have happened if I had investigated that zombie earlier. Because I had the opportunity to, and I just didn't. Because I don't think I had the stats for it, and I was afraid of how Viskin might react. But, hello. Cleric. The lady turns back in her throne. You've returned. About the tea shop. Well, her eyes focus in on you, and the room seems to shrink. Come on, Cleric. Sal takes a deep breath next to you. He's expecting the worst. There's a dead elf. She lifts her head and gives you a cold expression. She is shocked by this news. Do you have an identity? The corpse was heavily damaged. Obviously. Yes, anything new to report? Perhaps something actually useful? Convince her that you're an idiot. Told Snell about the necklace. So I can't do that. Present the full story. Under the effect of enhanced ability, Arn saw blue flames, Cat mentioned blue flames, Vera spoke of blue flames, the owner left before the explosion, the elf had a gold chain, told Snell about the necklace. So can I add some of this stuff? So let's say these things before I try to do these, because maybe I can just present the full story. Like that's pretty daunting. I have to get and I have some intelligence boosting things I could put on right now, which I would love to do to make this a little bit easier. Present the full story, like... I'm wondering if I choose some of these options if it'll make this easier. It's already way easy, though. I think this is just, like, impress her with your ability to just lay it all out in front of her. But... actually, I need to investigate more. Do you now? Hurry up, then. Thank you. Okay, so I can at least see if there's anything I can do here. I do have Lady Fair active, so I will get a bonus from that. This gives me 1 intelligence. Anything else that gives me intelligence here? -1. No, I don't have a lot of intelligence boosting things. And nothing's lowering my intelligence. Yeah. I do get a +1 to intelligence now, because I have this on, but that's really all I've got. Alright. About the tea shop. Yeah, I mean I get a +1. I do get a +1. It is challenging, but I do have Lady Fair as well. So I mean, as long as I don't get really low, I've got it. I'm gonna try it. If I fail, I fail. +2... Yes, just barely. Because of Lady Fair and my enhanced ability. Yes. You go over the details, the broad strokes, putting the events into a clear chronological order. Lady Sageleaf listens patiently as you explain it all. The tea shop owner was not there, but the elf was. And the elf clearly had a reason to sit in the closed tea shop. The elf is in possession of a fully stocked necklace of fireballs. Goblin Chieftain's lip curl into a slight smile, which then turned into a grim frown. Go on. She finds your explanation intellectually stimulating. Time to lay out the entire plot from the beginning. One thing that didn't make sense to me from the start was, why a tea shop? Shrugs. Why indeed? Glances between his queen and yourself. Must have been an attack, or maybe... No one meant to blow up the tea shop. Must have been an attack, or maybe... No one meant to blow up the tea shop, it was an accident, a deal gone wrong. I mean... That feels too convenient, right? It was an assassination, it was overkill, it was to send a message, we can't say for sure, not right now. I mean, I don't think we can say for sure, not right now, this feels like a cop-out, but... No, not until whoever procured this necklace of fireballs is within my grasp. Do not believe for a second that this was a planned attack. I do not believe for a second this was a planned attack. There are too many important targets so close. Had it been a simple fireball spell, perhaps. Snell, do you know how rare this artifact is, this necklace of fireballs? Nods. Exceedingly rare, my lady. Perhaps not a single bead? Those float around the coast from time to time. Still expensive, but... Remnants of the Coast War. Each bead, if detonated together, would result in the blast increasing in power. 1 level per bead, and it starts on 3rd level as any normal fireball spell would. And that means... Her smile widens. 11th level. She speaks the words like they're delicious. By Earth. That was a terrible read for you. Simple math, the goblin says, looking concerned. Is that against the rules of magic? She scoffs. There are no rules. Not really. The Arcanists push boundaries beyond mortality and reason. She scoffs loudly and with an air of annoyance. I'm just impressed the dwarven masonry still stands. Assume such power would tear reality itself asunder. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would think with an 11th one. That's like god tier level. Slightly higher even? I think like 10 was god tier, so 11 is nuts. But no, simply scorched a lot hotter. She also mentioned there was a gold chain in the hands of the elf. A gold chain, as in... It must be the necklace then. It actually survived the blast? Technically. Speak. Turned to dust after it was removed from the corpse. The goblin chieftain clicks her tongue and leans back in her throne. Interesting. Once spent, the core chain must have retained some magic until trifled with, of course. Lady glances to Snell, then back to you. Well done. Convinced me of this perspective. For now, at least. Lady grows silent and begins twirling a ring on her finger. How is the cleric's health, Snell? Health, my lady. You believe he could require some magical assistance? The goblin mutters and gives you a good look. Yeah. I'm Ring of Regeneration! Oh shit, she takes off the ring and tosses it to you. Ooh! Wield it well, human. We'll keep you up and running. She leans on her claw and glares at you. This joint venture is not yet finished. Snell, cleric. Yes, my lady. You need to find the responsible party and bring them to justice. I'm more of a fair trial kind of guy than a swift justice kind of guy. Do I have a choice? That is what you do, is it not? Oh yes, always. At first I thought that was just the super simping for her option. More of a fair trial kind of guy than a swift justice kind of guy. Do I have a choice? No. The elf might be dead, but I'm certain whoever is responsible here is not. Speak with the relevant parties, find out everything about this elf. Locate the missing witness, this Frank, son of Frank, dressed in yellow, fake name or not, if he can be found, you must do it. And then there's the question of the poor old fool drummer, of course. You have until the election, cleric, be quick about it, time is running thin. I spoke with Drummer, he was hiding in a warehouse on Waterlane View. Did you now? She leans in saying, and what did the bird say? She glances to Snell. Discovered an illegal smuggling operation, my lady. A what? Bird couldn't have run it himself, could he? There's an undisclosed hidden safe space connected with a tea shop. Drummer used it as a storage space for the Freestriders. I took his papers. Drummer cannot leave the city, at least not in any official capacity. I took his papers. We'll see what he does now. I took his papers. He's yours to do with as you see fit, Lady Sageleaf. Do I just want to give them to Sageleaf? I mean, I've already taken the papers now, so he can't leave. He is stuck here for the time being. The top one feels like I'm taking the more nationalist route, like, oh, I'm going to turn the papers over to the city or something. The middle one seems like I'm keeping them for myself. The third one seems like I'm giving him to her. I don't really know what she'll do with him, but I like Sageleaf. And Snell will probably like this. Yes, good. She leans back in her throne. We will make sure to attempt to catch him, Snell. Already sent word. We'll do our best. Of course you will. At the very least, the bird was found, and this adds to the full picture. Goblin Queen groans loudly. Gods, do I hate the Freestriders. Who doesn't hate the Freestriders? They're not so bad. I'm a Freestrider myself. Who doesn't hate the Freestriders? Who doesn't hate the Freestriders? Am I right? Fair statement. Now what else? I want to give you the papers. Is she just going to say, like, I don't want them? Hand her the papers? She snatches them quickly and tosses them to the side of the throne. Good. I'll make things easier. You serve well, cleric. Goblin Chieftain gives you a wicked grin. Yeah, no, you know, cleric super sub. You know me. Who doesn't hate the Freestriders? Fair statement. You know anything about this dead elf? She groans. Or words of a certain elf making friends within political circles here on Tolstad. I'm assuming this is the one. I would suggest speaking with those connected, the Asgulls for their involvement with the tea shop, Viskin for the post-mortem, and of course the corpse itself. That you should be able to handle. More info on this missing witness, this Frank son of Frank? Not such. Some whispers about a man dressed in yellow rushing downwards. Perhaps he fled into the city below. Fellow's probably dead or dying in that case. Either way, find him. That's all. Fine, keep at it. You gotta report some things. Okay, that's... whoops, I did not mean to choose that option. That's all. Okay. We made Sageleaf happy. Queen is happy. +1 Constitution, slowly regenerates HP over time. I mean, that is pretty good. It gives me extra Constitution. Oh, wait! I can, ooh. With that, I can go upstairs and do the thing. Yeah, because now I have, oh, wait, that's not enough? Did I have another Constitution boosting thing? I thought I had enough with that. No, I don't have another Constitution boosting thing. Yeah, never mind. I thought I did. I thought that would have put me there, because this was giving me 2. But no, I still need 1 more point further. Okay, that's nice to have though, especially since I'm heading down. That'll be a good one to put on, you know, when we're like walking around down there, because I'm definitely going to be taking hits. Okay, so is that what we want to do next? Also, we probably just finished that? Yes. Take root. Let's talk with myself. What is loneliness? Excuse me? What is it? That feeling in your chest, the knowledge of lacking, of being without, this thing hanging veil-like as a connective tissue between others. Is it something, or is it simply void? Is nothing something? Sounds like a mathematical thought for the blue one. So, you come here to solve a mystery, yet what you find is everything working against you. Someone must really not like me. Do not worry. Only your presence here is due to a grudge, not the difficulty of this quest. Political forces working against each other is not in direct competition, but indirectly as the election looms over all folk. A coin lord who wishes nothing to a coin lord who wishes nothing to be brought to light, I'm guessing it's supposed to say, under his reign. Chieftain who wishes to hold her domain tightly, caught between a poor woman and a tea shop. How do you know she's innocent? I'm well on my way to dealing with this already, just gotta keep going. It's a right mess. It's a right mess. That is very true. For you, despite these tribulations, it has proven a realization. A return to form. The last year has been terrible. It's been fucking awful. But now, you are on your way to handle it all. All thanks to my hard work, esoteric skills, a bit of luck, Snell. Now you are on your way to handle it all. My hard work, my esoteric skills, a bit of luck, Snell. I mean, I'm always the person that usually says a bit of luck, but I'm gonna go Snell. I wouldn't have been able to do a lot without Snell. Yes. His presence is a good in your life. He is potentially a friend. A friend? No, we need friends, and they're very hard to make at this age, my god. Friendship is not a necessity, nor is beauty, nor is love. They do not help you survive this world. Honestly, yes they do. I vehemently disagree. Necessity? Maybe not. Like, you can probably survive. Like, it's not a basic need. It's not water or food. But I do think they help you survive because, yeah, like, unless you're someone that's built for it, being lonely really, really, really sucks. So, rather, each of those things gives value to survival. No, I don't agree. I don't agree with wisdom here. I don't see friendship as something that just gives value to survival. I see friendship also as a means to survival. Like, legitimately. You know, there's definitely instances where I'm like, well, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have some friends to help pull me out of things, you know? Help me get through things. They're not giving value to survival. I'm not saying I need to survive for them. I mean, I do say that sometimes, of course, but it's more like a lot of them have specifically aided in the whole survival bit. So the empty hole in your chest does not open up as wide at the end of your next quest. When the silence of your tower office or the room at Mom's apartment does not engulf you quite so suddenly and hastily. Remember that feeling. But then you can ask yourself another question. What is tea, really? Are you shifting topic again? A warm liquid filtered through leaves of various distinguished plants. Only to be served to free-spirited youthful folk of common cloth. A drink of the post-war era. And then this drink explodes. It does not, however. You see at the center of Norvik, in the middle of the chilled river Torna, sits a fortress. One filled with folk, each of them flowing through the alleys and tunnels and streets. The center of which you find a tea shop. Stepping through its doors, you're immediately hit by a wave of exotic aromas. There are folk of all kinds debating, playing music, and exchanging ideas within these walls. Stacks of newspapers thrown about the tables. Behind the counter, you see a dark feathered creature serving freshly brewed cups. This is a tea shop. There are many like it in Norvik. There is nothing special about this one, apart from the fact that this one blew up. I used to love tea shops. It was the best years of your life. It was the closest you ever came to having real friends. Oh, no, that feels bad. Oh. That feels like, you know, like the sort of nostalgia, like something that I get is like for college, because college is one of those moments where you're not tied down by a job and you are just in the general vicinity with like a bunch of other people in the exact same position as you, you know? You're all the same age range. You're all dealing with the same struggles. I mean, obviously there's like CCE students, but for the most part, it's like all of you are here at this time and space going through the exact same things together. And it's, for the first time, a lot of the times you're, out of your family home and things like that. So you get to truly be independent. And it's really nice. It harkens back to this feeling, just the idea that you're surrounded by like-minded people and just going through it all together, and you don't have to worry about the obligations of, work and all of that stuff yet. College is a really, really, really magical time that I didn't appreciate enough when I was in there, and something that one of my college professors said my sophomore year of college reigns like more and more true every day. He said a popular thing we say is college is wasted on college students because they don't appreciate it for what it is at the time, and then once you get out of college, you realize, oh my god, I should have appreciated college way more. It was like one of the best periods. A lot of people say like high school, like that's a prevailing thought, is like high school's absolutely not. College is way better. Just structured way better, is, just fantastic in a lot of ways. Aside from like, the debt, at least if you live in the US. The crippling debt is not fun, but the time you get to spend is pretty magical. Most of it spent drinking halfling tea in Vargby, one of the 5 districts in Norvik, located in and around the Great Steam Pit in northwestern Norvik. The Great Steam Pit, a deep crevice in northwestern Norvik that's connected with the river via a canal, centerpiece of Vargby. With people. Oh, shut up. They used you. Aren't you the one going on about exploited labor? Well, that's you. Lonely kid, tricked into pushing dwarf propaganda, that's all. It's not so simple. They were also kids, Myron. She was trying to... You don't need them. Nothing to cry over, nothing lost. Everything gained, however, if you hadn't gotten arrested. You never would have joined the Earth Guard. It was destiny, a group of Asgalists turning on each other, running to the hills to survive that. Builds character. Keep this goblin at arm's length. You don't know where he's been or what his intentions are. You will make it as a lone cleric against the world, as always. No, don't push them away. You gotta reel him in, just like everyone else. Your main problem from the beginning has been one thing. Honesty. You keep showing your true colors. Nobody likes that. Keep it friendly, keep it light. Everyone should enjoy your company. You can enjoy your company without it being a winning game. But if they enjoy your company, you win. Everyone wins, including you. Ignore this idiocy. Focus on your spells, learning, retaining knowledge, and applying it during your downtime. Become an even greater master of memorization. Tell me about Lone Cleric. You're a man, you don't need friends. Taking a short rest means kneeling down in the dirt, a fist placed upon your chest, your brow dripping, pearls of sweat falling down upon your bulging pecs. In the dark, alone, by yourself, flying solo. You don't need friends, you're a man. The start of your short rest, heal an additional amount equal to the level of exhaustion you have. Master Memorizer? Normally, your absolute genius allows you to recover a spell slot during whatever breathers you take. Focus on this, the rest is useless. During your short rest, you can restore 2 random spell slots instead of 1. Friendly company? Snell is a good person. You enjoy his company, just his presence during a breather is enough to make you feel good at heart. The feeling is somewhat mutual. Who cares what he thinks? You seriously need to learn how to make friends, for real. That includes manipulating them into actually sticking around. Friendly company. During short rests, always roll hit die with advantage. Snell also gains an extra proficiency in his initiative rolls. That's what I was curious about. So is this a wise or charismatic thing to choose? It's a mix, really. Like with alignment, it is all about intention. Do you view socialization as a zero-sum game? Use socialization as a zero-sum game? No. I mean, I am admittedly, like, unsure of how zero-sum means in this. Is it saying, like... Because I don't see relationships as transactional. basically. Like, I don't see it as what can I... Like, you know, I just like being friends with and supporting people, and it's not something where I feel like they need to put just as much into me as I do to them kind of thing. It's more like I just care about this person and I want to support them, and if they support me as well, then fantastic. But like, I don't go into a relationship thinking how I can use them or how I can exploit them. So in that idea, I would say it's like a zero-sum game because I'm not looking at the economics of it. But it's also like, yeah, I do get benefit out of it. So I don't know, like, which, like, what yes, no. Like, my brain's trying to wrap around, like, which one is describing what I think. Because as I see zero-sum there, I feel like no is the answer. No. Then you're dumb. No, you are not. A relationship is what you make it. Okay, good. This is what I wanted, yeah. If you assume it to be a cold calculation, then that is what you get. Sweet. Good deal. Lone Cleric, Master Memorizer... I mean... It's interesting because, once again, this is like a bit of... Like, you have to choose what you think is what your character would go with, but also, like, what sounds like the best one. Because, like, Lone Cleric sounds like the least useful to me. Master Memorizer sounds like it could be very useful, but I don't like the idea of just pushing people away. I'm going with Friendly Company because I do think it could be the most useful one, especially as I'm going down into the deep. So, go with your heart. It lives in your sleeve. Friendly Company. You'll be a great friend. A true friend. And so you shall remain. That's what I want to be. Alright. Questing tree done. So, is there anything I would want to change? So currently we have Lady Fair, which I do love. Advantage on death saving throws. Whenever I take damage. I don't know if I would put that on right now. I do have two things. Like, this lowers the amount of damage I take, the whole Asgulus thing. I feel like that's the one I would take away next. Lady Fair is just useful sometimes. The thing about Survival of the Fittest is I have to actually die, because it's on death saving throws. And so far I haven't really died. So, I might be like... Yeah, let's get rid of Asgulus, which feels weird, since it's kind of like my whole thing, is leaning super Asgulist, but... Let's forego this. I can get it back after resting. Now. So, yeah, I got Unstoppable Force. My other option is Survival of the Fittest, advantage on death saving throws. We can keep that in case I do die. That's on cooldown. We already have that. Regain HP every time no. So yeah, I think I want to go for this. During short rest, always roll die with advantage. Snell also gains proficiency in his initiative rolls. So it says during short rests, always roll die with advantage. Does that mean... I'm unsure exactly of what this means. During short rest, always roll hit die with advantage. Does that mean after I take a short rest, the next combat I get into, I roll hit die with advantage? Or does it mean if I take a short rest and get interrupted by combat, which can happen in RPGs, if I get interrupted, then I roll hit die with advantage? Because to me, it's like, oh, like when you try to sleep in, you know, like D&D or CRPGs or, hell, even Elder Scrolls, you can sometimes get woken up by enemies attacking you. So I'm thinking, is it that? I'm going to choose it for now, because, like I said, we are going down into the depths of the darkest dungeon. So... questing wise, I don't think there's a thing. They want you to steal a document from the Free Striders on behalf of their secret contact within the Resistance. So I did start to do that. I think I want to go down though, because we are running out of time. We are running out of time, so I think I want to just continue investigating down here. I do believe. They did say it's here was going to be waiting for me here, right? I don't currently see you. Where exactly were you going to be? Questing tree. Yeah, I think it says up here. Maybe? Also, my phone just went off. Here you are. Cecily, she's living alone in the city. She has offered to help you investigation once you reach far below the city. Because I was like, where would she be waiting for me? Because I'm pretty sure she said she would wait for me, like, here. But I do not see you here. There she is. There she is. Cool, 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 cool. The porcelain specter hangs delicately in the air before the pillar. Her face is lit up by the dungeon glow. Cleric. Snell. Yo. The goblin shoots her a finger gun before quickly retracting and taking a step back. He finds her horrifying. Hello, it's here. Her halo spins slightly off her head, its eyes gazing up and below. It changes. Miasto Glaben. It is in constant flux. Yeah, I've heard. Day by day, little by little. What remains constant is the tamed quarters, the halls people wander. The Coin Lord wishes this to be apartments one day. He wishes to tame it all, this city below. He won't be able to. Too many monsters. Yes, the Pest Control Guild is busy as it is. Pest Control Guild, one of the oldest guilds in Norvik. They're supposed to keep monsters at bay and clean up any unwanted critters across the city. These days they are so bogged down in requests from citizens in the city that they usually have backlogs for months. I patrol the halls at intervals. The Tolstad tunnels are well kept due to Lady Sageleaf. Damn straight. He looks proud. However, Tolstad is a strange case. The pillar acts as a beacon, a center for esoteric activity. She places a cold porcelain hand on the throne. Cleric, do you know how far it goes? Will hurt if you admit it. Read about the city below. Recall it. Hey, we did it! City below is a vast, untamed series of tunnels beneath the city of Norvik. That you know. This is what you do not know. There's an esoterically charged ley line conversion point. Some speculate it is due to the pillar, some due to the ancient snail folk who lived here. But in the regions where people do not wander en masse, they quickly attract and form esoteric pockets. It is for all intents and inclinations as prone to esotericism as the lands close to the endless wastes, far inland. Yet for whatever reason, this effect stabilizes once people come around. It is not understood why. Cleric. Hold on, I'm thinking. The angel glares at you with a few dozen eyes. What was the question again? Right, the depth of the pillar. I feel you, intelligence, I feel you. My brain does that too. The Pillar of Jor is an esoteric relic, its secrets still not yet unraveled. The 8 or 4 pillars present around the coast each go down through the gravity flip, piercing the undersea coast. Undersea coast, the gravity-reversed cavern sea and archipelago right underneath the coast. Dig down far enough and you'll end up passing through the gravity flip, then you can make the climb to the undercoast. That is such a cool idea. What an incredibly awesome world. Like, if this game developer just was like, you know what, I'll write books in my setting, I would read them. Cleric. Simply tell her it goes down through the earth and exists on the other side of the coast in Kargamesh. It goes to Kargamesh. She is silent for a beat. Yes, that is correct. See? Valkyrie updated. Pillar of Jor goes into the earth, by the undercoast path. That is the deepest you may travel before entering the gravity flip. I have explored it in pieces, but it is a dangerous place. I must go there. It's important for the investigation. She nods. I believe that to be the case as well. There are reports of a man in yellow delving past this point. The same man in yellow who was reported at the tea shop incident. Thank you for the information, Angel. She nods again. A red cape flutters as the angel begins to float out over the abyss. We will meet below. The angel begins to descend. Into the far, far below. Tyr will join your party below, but only if you do not go down there solo. I think I've told you this before. She freaks me out. She freaks me out too, meaning in a good way. Yeah! Sure. Goblin gives a skeptical glance down below. We will find her. Below the below. Look into the darkness and see nothing. Yeah, we gotta go even deeper. This is the one I've interacted with, right? Okay, yeah, we already did that. Cool. The wall here. It is a door. So I do need to do this because, there was that quest for the dwarf character where they wanted me to get the thing. So we need to do that. You detect something unusual about this section of wall. Specifically the ornate skull. This is a doorway. What's up? Point at the wall. Squints at it. Oh yeah, it's just a passage to the crypts. You know about all the secret doors down here? Yeah, it's this one. It's right by the roots. Changes every other month or so if we don't keep watch. Gotta make sure it stays closed. Ever since you clerics stopped doing delves periodically, the undead issue has gotten a bit messy. Yeah, we really have fucked up with that policy of non-delving. Got the reason behind it, gotta focus on the upstairs, but it's risky to leave defending the underbelly to third parties, I'd say. Yup. Even if we're doing a fucking great job, all things considered. Anyway, if you want to check inside, you can probably hit that tile there. Run your hand along the surface, your gloved fingers trace the stone. Smooth. Cold. Ordinary. But wait. One section feels different. A tile, distinct from the others. Yeah, I've played Grimrock. Press the tile. You push. A soft click. The wall shudders. Then slides open. Thank you. Revealing a dark passage beyond. Cold air rushes out. The smell of old stone and dust. And something else. Death. Sweet. I'll keep my sling ready. Gulp. Alright, I mean, we could get cool stuff, though, right? Earth's first crypt. The city below the city. Excuse me? Hello, that's one of the rust things, right? There's a rat. A rat. It's barely moving. I mean, they did want me to collect the rats, right? And I'm doing that. Thousands of dead. Ugh. Hate this place. Literal pile of skulls. Thousands. Each a life taken by war, suffering, or time itself. The eternal cycle. You will join them soon. This is insane. So many bodies. You know well about this. This was the first of the containment crypts. Containment crypt. An area designated as confinement for bodies to avoid the risk of undeath. Many were erected beneath Norvik during the years of attempted reclamation of the cursed lands. The first? Oh, this is... Earth's first crypt. Built for himself, by himself. These bones belong to curse victims, those claimed by the Curseland's horrors. Destined to rise as undead hordes, Earth sent many expeditions to the east, each an attempt to reclaim the spirits, the literal bones of those who were left behind. Entire ships were loaded with the many, many bodies, brought ashore to Norvik, then put into these crypts. Unmarked graves, yes, but consecrated all the same, an attempt at total redemption. Earth did his duty, doing his best to cleanse the world and free the spirits of his fallen people. Putting them all under his city was a pretty ballsy move. It was. As you can see, it was a success. These bones do not move. They are not held in the crazed vitriol of negative necromantic energy. They are at rest, even in this horrid state. So these are all people who died in the Cursed Lands? Yes. The greatest tragedy of your people. This is how they ended up, simply due to the issue of numbers. There were too many bodies to give proper burial rites to each of them, even after burning the flesh. Since ocean or river burials are even more problematic due to the horror issue, this was the best option. Like ocean horrors? Is that what you're talking about? Because I remember them... I think I remember them talking about that. Yeah. Watch them carefully. They do not move. Bow your head to the dead. Some are going to move, right? We have to fight at least one Draugr. Yep, there it is. A horrid noise in the dark. Moving. A mess of rusty iron and clattering bones. Moving towards you. Well, that's fine. I have a hammer. Skeletons are weak to strike / blunt damage. And hammer is my weapon of choice right now, so you're fucked, friend. No. I hate the crypts. Calls out to you. Or calls to you. I love Snell's like special art here. It's super cool. Dexterity check. Shit initiative. Ooh, you had good initiative, but Snell defeated you. Incoming undead, it is set on killing you. Destroy it. Don't you have some holy magic against this thing? Goblin brings out his sling. In one swift motion, he launches a projectile towards the abomination. Flies right through its open ribcage. Taking stilted steps towards you, the skeleton raises its sword hand. The blade comes down, striking you in the shoulder. A bone-chilling shriek emanates from the skull. You must defend yourself and smite this foul abomination! The bones are outside of the body. They must return. Clearly any type of piercing or slash damage would be near useless against this creature. Yeah, but I have a hammer, nerds! I have a hammer! Blunt force is what you need. Blunt force? Your fists will lead the way. Give him a hug? Would hugging it help in any way? Yes. Okay, no, I'm not doing that then. Can't I just tell it to stop? Being friendly never hurts. I mean, I have a better chance at 3d10 necrotic damage. I don't think I need to inflict wounds on it. I'm gonna punch it. I rolled a knife. Yep, hell yeah. Boom! With a single swing, you line up a perfect strike. I don't know why I'm not using my hammer I have equipped, but... Your fist connects with the thing's skull, cutting off its horrid shriek. The impact sends its skull flying off as the rest of it collapses upon the crypt floor. Great hit. The bones spill to the ground in a pile of dust and scrap metal. We gotta pick up that bone meal. That's a good alchemical ingredient. No other threats. The skeleton must have been the only guardian. Thank you, Snell. You're welcome. You did good too. Performed your duty. This crypt has been cleansed. Goblin leans on his knees, panting. Gods, I hate crypts. Raises a finger and wags it. Nothing ever good came from constructing a crypt. You either get a cursed place filled with death or a meat grinder filled with undeath. His veins are nothing but adrenaline. Agreed. That's why we burn corpses these days. Really, a genuinely smart tradition. Best thing humans ever invented. Actually, I think it was a dwarven thing originally. Oh. Well, it was smart to adopt it, or at the very least it... A bang from somewhere far away echoes down the hallway. Goblin jumps. Shiver down your spine. The chamber grows silent once more. A scent of death still lingers. Clears his throat. Fuck this place. Let's go. Kneel down. Hold on. You have to make sure this warrior gets what he deserves. Which is... good old-fashioned looting. Some respect. Whisper a prayer to Earth. I'm not so sure, but he looks like he used to be a real warrior of Earth, so... good old-fashioned looting. Am I gonna loot the deads? I mean... I need all the help I could get, and you don't need it anymore. You know? I kinda do want a looting. It's very uncouth, though. I just said I wasn't gonna loot the stuff from that body up there. It's very uncouth. These are warriors of Earth. Do I care about Earth that much? Do I care about Earth that much? Like, this is not nice. What I'm about to do. But, I'm like, I'm not sure, but he looked like he used to be a real warrior of Earth, so... Right, I get it. Do what I must.